Continuing on with formatting options, we see convert line breaks. Now, if you leave the default at yes, that means that as you type in each of your entries, if you hit return, that will be perceived as a line break. And if you have blank lines, that will be perceived as a paragraph. So this makes it really easy because that means you don't have to use any HTML at all. You just need to type in as you want to, and Blogger will convert the line breaks and paragraphs according to what you type in and how you type it in. So if you don't want to hassle with HTML at all, converting line breaks set to yes is your best option. However, if you want to offer the option to yourself, that is to actually format your document using paragraphs and break tags, you can do so by simply setting this to no. I only recommend setting this to no to experienced users who have at least a little bit of knowledge about HTML and are willing to use it. Otherwise, make it simple on yourself and just leave convert line breaks to yes. The next option is to show the title field. This is the field where the title of your post is. And of course, we want that set to yes. That's a helpful piece of information. And the show link field is the area where the link will be for each of these entries. And the default is set to no, but I actually like this feature. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later, but we want to set this to yes for the time being. So go ahead and do that. You'll see a post template with a text box. This is an interesting piece that Blogger has added in its recent upgrade. It didn't have this in the past. And what this is that you can set up some basic formatting in HTML for your blog. So if you know, for example, that you always want to have a paragraph followed by a block quote followed by another paragraph, you could simply type in the HTML like this, and every single time that you open up the editor to add a new post, that exact bit of code will show up in the editor. But we don't really want to do that for now, so we're just going to leave this blank. But you might find in the future that you do have a specific publishing style or writing style that you'd want those things there for your convenience. So it's completely up to you. And again, this relates to how much HTML you do or don't know. So if you don't know any HTML, don't worry about it. It's not that important. But if you do know some HTML and you do know your habits, you can go ahead and add a little bit of template there that will always be available to you then every time you go to write a post. As soon as you're happy with all the settings on this page, go ahead and click Save Settings. And you will get a message from Blogger saying your settings were saved successfully unless there's some problem. If there's no problem, you're doing great.